Hey, what's up, everybody? Noble Comics here, doing a walk and talk around the apartment. What's up? Check out all my shit here. Wanted to talk about baby food culture that we're in today. If you don't know what I mean by baby food culture, that's this phenomenon that we see today where, like, grown people, like full on adults, are just super into, like, children's media. Like, everybody loves fucking Harry Potter, Marvel, video games. Like, full in 30, 40 year olds, favorite thing to do is, like, watch children's cartoons and talk about that kind of stuff. And the question is, like, how did we get here? I'm getting a little conspiratorial. I'm kind of feeling it tonight. A little bit. I want to talk about something in particular, just to chew on, okay? So, you know how they say that only about 50% of the population can hear their own thoughts? Think about that for a sec. There's people out there who don't have an internal monologue. They cannot hear themselves think. They can't actually think. 50% of the population can't think. What does that do to a person who can't think? And what does it mean to be a person who can't actually think, does not have an internal monologue? Look, you hear the term NPC people out in real life. These fake people who just have a few generic lines that they recite. They never have anything real to offer. They don't have any real opinions. They can't think. And if you're wondering if that's you, well, first thing, can you hear your own thoughts? If not, that's a pretty big red flag. But also, if you're this baby food culture person, you're probably an NPC. Like, if I ask you, if this is you right now, you're an NPC. Watch this. Your favorite YouTuber is PewDiePie. Your favorite movies are either Harry Potter or Marvel. Your favorite song is whatever the biggest song on the radio is right now. Your favorite TV show is whatever the big TV show is right now. Probably what, Game of Thrones still. What else is NPC culture? Your favorite political opinion is the current one right now that people accept. If all of your views and your viewpoints and your beliefs align with the biggest media companies on the planet, you're probably an NPC, and you probably love to go see Marvel movies, and your favorite actor is probably Tom Holland. Favorite actress is Zendaya, and you just love that they're together. You ship them. If you ship people, you're an NPC, by the way. But that's that culture I'm talking about. And you're the kinds of people who keep the machine going. So here's the thing where we're going to dip our toe in just a little bit. Anybody here ever heard of a DUMB? DUMB? Deep Underground Military Base? Ever heard of that? Look it up. See the maps of the DUMBs all over the United States. So the DUMBs, supposedly, who knows, are these deep underground military bases, obviously, whose purpose is kind of shady. It's all sorts of government shadiness. It could be they're keeping aliens down there. They're keeping WMDs down there. Doing all sorts of stuff. But here's the thing that really interests me is there's this theory out there. It's theoretical. That they've got cloning going on down there. Cloning in the DUMBs. Now I know what you're thinking. Cloning, really? You think they clone people? Okay, think about it like this. It was like 2008 when they could clone a sheep. And there's those services where you can, like, clone your dog now. Back in 2008. Think about what they're doing now. Because you know they didn't just abandon cloning. I mean, come on. Plus, I always figure that the government is at least 10 years ahead of us, right? Military and everything. So whatever cool stuff we have now, 10 years ago the government had it and knew about it. You know, it goes back to back when the Iran hostage crisis went on. Well, one of the guys who who was in the hostage crisis, who had some pretty good clearance, security clearance, was talking to me, I know the guy, and he was talking about how crazy it was and like all the stuff that he knows he's not allowed to talk about. One thing he did say is he said back then, after he was not a hostage anymore, they were showing him pictures taken from a satellite out in space. And from space, the camera was so good that they could look down at you and read your license plate from your car. And the guy said, "This is crazy. How come all the pictures in the newspaper were all grainy?" Because it was like some, you could see the images of like, I don't know, whatever, Taliban or whatever cars roaming by. And he says, "Oh, that's what the public gets to see. They don't get to see, the fact that they could read your license plate from space." And that was way back under the Carter administration. Think about the crazy stuff they got now. I mean, you probably can see the crazy world we live in. So I don't think cloning is crazy. Now, there's people who think like the Pope's a clone and Joe Biden's a clone. Joe Biden, I'm not sure about. Could be. Honestly, I don't know. But the concept of cloning, I don't think is a crazy idea. But what I'm getting at is all you people out there, gotta ask yourself, are you a clone? All you NPCs out there? All the millions of NPCs that are out there in the world right now, consuming media, giving billions and billions and billions of dollars and hours of your time to these companies that hate you, for one. They hate your guts. They want you to die and they want you to kill people. That's what they love, so they can have more news and more stories. You gotta ask yourself, are you one of them? How can you be sure? I'm not sure. I mean, I know I'm not an NPC. I can think. I can hear my own thoughts. Everybody else out there, though, I don't know. When's the last time you really thought about it? Something to think about. And, so that's talking like making a pizza right now. Main culture kind of stuff. All the Marvel stuff. Because here's the thing, man. Comic books are for nerds, of which I am one. But nobody thought comics were cool up until, like, the movies started coming out, right? Oh, that's going to fall down. Come on now. Nobody thought they were cool. And suddenly it's the biggest movie franchise of all time. Was there some good casting choices? Sure. Did they have some good movies? Yeah. I'll give them that. But it's like, they've made, what, like $20 billion or something crazy like that in 10 years? And people just eat it up? There's people who are like, their entire identity is Marvel movies. Never read a comic in their life, but they're Marvel movie people. Same thing, I think it kind of started with Harry Potter, if I'm honest. I think Harry Potter ruined culture forever. But those are the people to watch out for. If you're one of those people, if your favorite book series is Harry Potter, your favorite movies are Marvel movies, you love Tom Holland, you love Zendaya, you love Game of Thrones, and you love PewDiePie, if that's you and all you do is consume media and Funko Pops, then you're an NPC.